Hey everyone, this is the LEGO Imperial Armored Marauder set. This set has 478 pieces, 4 minifigures as shown at the bottom right there. This for ages 8 and up, and it retails in the US for about $40. Get onto the back of the box here. It shows some of the play features here on these little boxes, and just shows kind of the thing in more action there on the back. So yeah, let's get to what is inside this thing. Okay, so with the box now open, dump all the stuff out, and I'm going to organize it. Okay, so here it is all laid out. You got bag 1, 2, 3, and 4, and your instruction manual. As far as I can see, no stickers, so that's a little bit of a shock. But let's get on to the build. Here is bag 1, here is bag number 2, here is bag number 3, here is bag number 4. Alright guys, here's the set all built. Pretty awesome. You get extra studs, actually translucent green studs, for your stud shoes out front, your stud shoes out back. Here are your extra parts, nothing too special there, and let's get on to those figures first. Our first figure up here is Grief Cargo. This figure is exclusive to the set. He has really good front torso print and really good leg torso print as well. It actually does look really nice together and flows very nicely there with the hips and the torso and the legs. His face print is also new and exclusive. Surprisingly, does not get another face print, which is really shocking. The back torso print is fine, I guess. I was really shocked that it actually didn't give him an alternate head. It's just this head, but it's a really suiting expression, and you got a little pistol blaster there, and definitely a highlight of the set for many people. And the highlight of the set for me is this artillery stormtrooper, or the mortar trooper. It is so cool. We're actually going to get onto his mortar here first. It's a very simple build, but I can't believe how effective it is for how little pieces it is and just how small it is. But it looks really nice, and I'm surprised they didn't implement like a stud shooter or something to go with it. They just actually made it, a regular build, which is pretty cool. You'd think they'd add a play feature to it, but they didn't. And then here is that figure, and he looks incredible. It's the same as the regular Stormtroopers with added yellow markings, and they look amazing on him. You got his pauldron there as well in that yellow color. I'll take this off, this back thing off, so you can see that back print. But he does come with a little backpack here. It's a little trans piece there, and then you got these two white lightsaber hilts with black clips. And taking off the headpiece here, you'll see like the Lex Luthor or Loki face underneath, and it looks really cool. And we'll take this off so you can see that back torso print. So now taking that and the back pauldron off, you get some very nice back torso print, which looks really good. Here's the pauldron just laid out. It's a very nice piece, and definitely the highlight of the set for me, and one I want to get several of. And our last two figures are Stormtroopers. What else for me to say? It's the same Stormtrooper we've been seeing for quite a while now, for the past year or two, I think 2 years. And going forward, we're going to be seeing this Stormtrooper a lot more. Very good torso prints and leg prints. And the dual molded helmet, which I actually like. I do prefer the old one, but the new one is actually still really nice. You got that head print there, and then you got another head print here, which is pretty cool. I like the variations that they give, and I'm glad they're not just using the same different Stormtrooper heads, if that makes sense. And they really are expanding that, which is really awesome. And that is pretty much it for the figures. Let's get on to that build. And here is the Imperial Armored Marauder. It is actually really compact. It is honestly a pretty small build for 40 bucks. I was a little shocked that this is actually all I got for 40 bucks, but it's very compact, and you definitely see the piece count there making you think it should be 50. And even at 40, it kind of seems a little overpriced to me just looking at the size of it. But there's so much compacting to this, and we're going to get into that. Getting onto the front here, you can actually open this bit here. You can actually pull this top up and pull this down, and you'll see a little control panel here. Now you can grab a figure, maybe a Stormtrooper, put them in their seated position, smack them right on there. They look pretty nice, and you can flip this right back up, and he'd be controlling that panel, and you can close that very nicely, and he looks very effective, and you can just see his eyes through there, which is pretty cool. And stud shooter on this side, stud shooter on this side. This thing is symmetrical, so that is pretty cool. So what is on one side is on the other. Now getting to this side flips up, this side flips down, and you can have a Stormtrooper kind of wobble in. Now you have to angle them forward or backward. You can't have them just straight walk in like they show on the box. You have to actually angle them a little bit, but you can ultimately get them in there, which is pretty cool. Flip this back up and this back down. Very effective. Now this little turret here on the side is actually really cool. I like this thing. It was a very short, simple build, this thing, but I really like it. I'm glad it isn't a stud shooter, and I think it honestly is really cool. And then this thing here, you can flip up, and there's a crate inside. You can pop this out. It has an Imperial print on it, which is pretty cool. Getting it out, it's a little bit of a struggle, but once you do, it's pretty cool. Now again, this is on both sides, nothing in it, but that is a really cool feature that they were able to add into the set. Several features in the set for how small it is, which is really awesome. And you flip it down, just like that, and it's very effective. Getting on to the back here, you'll see more stud shooters implemented up top here. You'll see this engine detail here, and you can actually flip this entire thing down. You can grab a character, a stormtrooper preferably I'd say, and slap them on the seat here. And what is really cool about this thing is you can actually move the turret with the figure, and that is so cool. Like, I'm really glad they were able to implement that. It is an awesome feature. And just a little thing, like even from the outside you wouldn't be able to see that. It would just turn and stuff. You wouldn't even really be able to see the stormtrooper do that, but I'm really glad they did that, and it's a very nice touch. And getting on to this side, what you saw on the other one is the exact thing you see on this one. If you open this up, you got the crate, nothing inside that one as well. The same turret. You flip this up, you flip this down. Again, you can fit a character inside, which is pretty cool. And then we'd be right back to the front. Getting on to the top detailing, it actually is pretty well greebled, I'd say. It actually looks really nice. You can actually flip this thing up right here, and you can throw a couple characters in there, which is pretty sweet. And also, you got another hatch here that you see on the box that your cargo sits in, or actually stands. It's not like an interior spot, but it is a spot where you can just grab a character and just sort of sit them down just like that, and it looks really cool. And then you got just a mortar trooper, which I guess can go on the inside or just sit about on the outside, and that is really cool. So yeah, getting on to the underneath detail, you'll see several of these half, or I guess 2x2 round, I guess black, I don't know, tiles that you can just roll the thing nicely on so it won't scratch any surface or damage any of the parts. So overall, guys, this is a really awesome set. I think this is definitely one, if you're interested in the Mandalorian and Lego Star Wars, that you should buy. The price to piece is definitely an amazing value if you're looking at it from that angle. However, the amount of stuff I get for 40 bucks doesn't actually feel like 40 bucks. But when you end up finishing that build, you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I can see it. I mean, it doesn't really look like 40 bucks. But then you look at that price to piece count, right? That is an insane amount of pieces for a $40 set. You get 2 exclusive figures, 4 figures in total. And it just is a really awesome building experience as well. And it is a really cool and unique build for the Empire. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I think this is my favorite set of all of these summer 2021 sets. We'll get to that when I do a comparison later down the road. But yeah, again, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.